everybody and welcome back to a new vlog. Today is Monday. It is a dark and dreary day today. How very British of me to start the vlog talking about the weather. But it has been absolutely boiling here in the UK, and I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, I must be up really early because it's dark. No, it's just really cloudy and drizzling. Still really sticky. Like, I've just been so sweaty and sticky for like 3 weeks. So I'm gonna make myself an iced coffee and try and get some work done. I really struggle with Mondays because I think it's like a demand thing of, it's Monday, it's the start of the working week, you need to get stuff done, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to. So something that I've massively got into recently is cryptic crosswords. Now, I have been trying to figure out how to do cryptic crosswords for so long because I love a puzzle, I love a Sudoku, I love a normal crossword, obsessed. But there was something about cryptic crosswords that I just do not understand. But I started to do the minute cryptics, which are like a daily one cryptic crossword clue puzzle. And I was watching their TikToks, trying to figure them out, but also listening to their explanations. And I just started to pick it up. And I'm certainly not an expert. There's definitely some kind of tricks and tips that I do not understand, because I think my problem with them is they're not necessarily universal. Like, the people that make them have their own idea of logic and how puzzles work. So like, obviously you've got like your anagram indicators, reversals, hidden words, stuff like that. But when it comes to like the charade ones or like double definition ones, sometimes I'm like, that actually logically makes no sense. The only reason the maker came to that conclusion is because they had the answer first and then built the clue around it. Sometimes I just find them like really illogical, and I think that's why I struggle to wrap my head around them, because each one's different. I really like the Guardian quick cryptics because all of their clues, they basically give you like 4 types of what the clues will be, so you know that every clue will either be like an anagram, a charade, that kind of thing, so you know what you're looking for, which is not necessarily cheating, but it makes them quicker. But I've actually been sat doing cryptic crosswords, and I know that I'm an old man at heart. Like, I just love shit that old men like. That sounds... like the comforting, oh, you've got an old soul kind of stuff. There was once a man parallel to me on the train who, when the trolley came round, ordered a cup of tea and a shortbread, and I just ordered a cup of tea and a shortbread, and he had his crossword book out, I had my crossword book out, and I was so like humbled but also happy that this old man, like I'm talking like in his 80s, we basically were doing the exact same thing, but the one thing I noticed is that he was doing cryptic crosswords and I was doing normal crosswords, and something in me that day was like, you need to figure out how to do this, and this was like 3 years ago. But that's what I've been sat doing, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely do check in the back if like I get an answer into my head and I think it's that but I'm not like certain. I will check at the back. But I think that's also part of the learning process. I've always been really annoyed at people that have been able to do them, because it's like, oh yeah, you're really smart. And now I'm becoming one of those people. Like, it's really boosted my ego. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. I am up and ready because I am going to take myself out of the house today. I'm really struggling at the moment with feeling stuck in the house, mainly because I really rely on other people, like holding me accountable or making plans with other people so that I get out of the house. But I've noticed that as I've gotten older, now that I'm in my mid-20s and everybody around me has got like full-time jobs or whatever, a lot of people have moved away. A lot of my friends just aren't in the area anymore, so very much I'm having to rely on my own motivation and whatnot to get myself places. Which is fine. I love my own company. It just gets really difficult when like the weather's nice, or it would be really helpful to have other people around me. Recently I've been trying to like find small motivators to get me out of the house, doing different things, or like getting more comfortable with the fact that it's okay to do certain things on my own. So I'm going to take myself to the Metro Centre, which is a local shopping centre. I need to get the train because I do actually need to do some like birthday shopping for different people. Instead of putting it off and waiting for somebody to do it with me, I'm just gonna go and do it myself, which is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Everything in me at the back of my brain is screaming like, nah, you just want to stay at home, don't do that, but I know that I'll feel worse. I don't want to get myself down and feeling low because I've sat on the sofa again. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, but it does impact my mental health because it makes me feel more lonely. So I'm going to get myself out and I'm going to hopefully not spend too much money, but get some stuff that I do need. I filmed literally nothing out of the house because silly me didn't realise that it's the school holidays. So the metro was just packed full of like teenagers on a day out or parents with their little kids. So it was so busy. I wore my headphones on the train and then I was like, I'm going to take them off when I'm there so that I don't have them on the whole time because they squeeze my head. There was a little girl behind me on Heelys. The noise against the floor, I was just like, this is too much. It wasn't necessarily a successful shopping trip either, but I did get myself a bubble bar from Lush. So I'm going to get in the bath. I've got my laptop. I'm going to watch. Currently watching The Chestnut Man. It's a Scandi crime drama on Netflix. I'm deep into my crime dramas at the minute. I go through phases of like what I watch. Sometimes it's Disney Channel original movies. Sometimes it's documentaries. I'm now in crime drama territory. I love a crime drama. I'm not really a big fan of American ones unless they're quite dark. Find that the American ones are like overly dramatized, whereas I really like British ones because a lot of them are like you're watching them on the ground in Britain. A lot of the time they're like running around council estates, or like the backdrop just feels authentic. It's very gritty, it's very real. But apparently the Scandi ones are quite like that, so I'm in the middle of watching some of them. I'm getting in the bath and now she's decided to go for a poo. Honestly, I can't have a minute's peace. As you can see, I'm not at home. I'm just gonna address this. I'm in a hotel room. For some reason, all of the beds have got like random photos behind them. And also this is opposite my bed. Like, I'm not entirely sure what that's meant to be. Basically, I'm in London. I'm going to an event tonight with Superdrug. Their Superdrug Presents influencer and press night. And I've been wanting to go to this for the past like 3 years that I've had an invite, but I've just been busy when it's been on, so I've made the effort to come down. So I'll take you along to that. Yesterday I was out with my friends, so I didn't really vlog much, but we went to the Baltic. So that's an art gallery, so you might have seen a little bit of that. My journey down wasn't too bad. Did the double headphone of earbuds in, also another pair of headphones over the top so that I couldn't hear anything. Basically just did cryptic crosswords the whole time. But I've got quite a bit of time to kill. I don't know why I got down so early. I think I just don't like travelling too close to when things are happening. So this is the outfit I've gone with. I matched the wall actually. It's a 2-piece drop waist skirt with like a, I think this is, it's called shirred, I think it's sheared, where it's like scrunched. I matched the wall. Yeah, I think it's casual but like enough. It's been a while since I've been to an event like on my own. I tend to try and bring people with me, but I do have some friends that I know that are going, so I'm not going to be completely by myself, but it's like turning up, going there. I've just sat and done the classic thing of Street View on Google of like where the entrance is, what it looks like, going on their Instagram, figuring out what I'm looking for. It doesn't look that straightforward, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Everybody, it is now Friday. I'll have put some clips in of the event yesterday, but I'm now packing up to leave my hotel and I just don't know how I'm meant to carry this bag full of all the stuff that I got at the event yesterday. Like, we've got a big goodie bag leaving, but then walking around the event they were giving away things as well. I won basically, like, it's not a Stanley Cup, but like the equivalent of a Stanley Cup. It'd be fine if I lived in the area, but I've got to get this all home. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it as easy as possible for myself, but I just don't think it's actually going to be easy at all. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get myself a coffee and something to eat, and then I'm gonna get on the train. Apparently Greggs have brought back out the vegan steak bake, which I'm very excited about because I love their vegan steak bakes, and I was really sad when they got rid of them. As somebody from Newcastle, well, Chesley Street, Durham, being a northerner, I love a Greggs. I love Greggs, and if you're from Newcastle or you've been to Newcastle, you will know that the place is absolutely jam-packed with Greggs. Like, there's one like nearly every 100 metres, not even kidding. There's about 30 in the city centre alone. You walk around the corner, there's another Greggs. You look over the road, there's another Greggs. And I believe there is one in King's Cross upstairs, so I'm gonna go and make sure that they've got them in, because I would like a vegan steak bake. Morning everybody, it is now Saturday, I'm back home. My train journey was okay, there was just a lot of like people moving around. There was a man behind me who was like bashing his keyboard rather than just typing, so my chair was like, it was very annoying. But I'm home, I'm gonna be seeing my mum today. I'm a bit tired, I'm gonna have a no ADHD meds day because it's always nice to have a bit of a break and then go back on them, so we're going to be doing that. Hi everyone, so it's the next week now. I basically just forgot to film the end of this vlog, but I'm making a cake today, so I thought, why don't I film a little bit of it, add it into this vlog so it feels like there's a little bit more going on. It's basically my partner's birthday tomorrow and I enjoy making cakes. I feel like I've really nailed how to do a good iced cake. I'll put some photos up. So whenever it's a birthday or an occasion, I like to make a cake. So I'm going to be doing a chocolate salted caramel cake, and if I do say so myself, I make a mean chocolate cake. It's more like a mud cake, so it's a very dense, moist, like thick sponge. There's nothing worse than a dry, flavourless chocolate sponge. Mine is like a thick, oh, it's delicious. And I thought, oh, that would go really nice with the salted caramel. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I thought I would take you along with me.